Welcome back to Stainstown. Second half just got underway here at Wheatsheaf Park. Still a little bit of sunshine behind the clouds, but not too much sunshine for Hertford Town in that first half. Unfortunately, they trail here against the home side by 2-0, despite having a perfect opportunity to get a foothold in the game 4 minutes before half-time, when unfortunately new signing Percy Kean-Benny missed the penalty. Hertford in possession in their familiar blue shirts and white sleeves. Did have a couple of opportunities. Prince William missed the best of them in the first half when he got through left-hand side of the box, but was rather off balance and shot wide of the target. Give you the team lineups when we get a convenient break in play here on 90 Minutes Live, but it's the Stainstown team in their yellow shirts coming forward. Isaac Thompson's cross into the box, headed out by Atkinson towards player manager Ben Hurd. Finds Prince William on the halfway line on that far side. He finds Atkinson again, brings in Isaac Pedro. Pedro, though, tamely gives the ball away to Daradada. And here's Al Husseini, the new signing for Staines, tries to collect the ball again from Daradada, but Nick Hayes was alert to that one, comes out and collects it. Pedro tries to send Ben Hurd going down that left-hand side. Reece Poole is in the way for Staines. Hertford will get the throw, though. That throw taken very quickly, and finds Ben Hurd on that far side, onto the right foot. Hertford still in possession. Shot coming in, but well wide of the target from Kean-Benny. And so that gives us a chance to give you the Hertford Town line-up this afternoon. Nick Hayes in goal, Silvio Roos at right back, Ben Hurd at left back, Sukro Yildiz in centre half. He's the only change in the team that won 2-0 at Soham on Tuesday night. His central defensive partner Hugo Atkinson. Prince William playing on the left-hand side, Kit Brown on the right, and then in central midfield between them, Isaac Pedro and Percy Kean-Benny, and Sam Ioniran is the lone striker up front. So that's Hertford's lineup. On the bench, Giorgio Suyui, Dane Batt, Max Jesher, Ben Wayman and Conor McBrien, should they wish to make a change. Staines with a throw-in on the far side of the field. Dada, a nice little touch, and brings it over this left-hand side for Isaac Thompson, the left winger. Thompson up against Roos, but gives the ball away tamely in the end. And the Hertford will try and bring it forward, but they lose their way a little bit. But in the end, Isaac Pedro tries to sort it all out. The ball will break on this near side for a Hertford throw. Kit Brown looking for Geimer. Geimer's missed it, and then on the right hand side of the box, shot fired in, and it bounces off a Reece Poole, goes behind for a corner. Sam Ioniran, the former Wellington City striker amongst other teams he's been with, spent that time at Enfield Town as well. Hertford got an early corner in the second half, which Luke Geimer will take. And once again, this routine, which sees three of them run very, very late into the box. Here they come, and bouncing about in the area, and finally a scramble cleared to the edge of that area, and a shot from Percy Kean-Benny goes over the top of the target. It's Lewis Dixon in goal for Stainstown. That made 5 changes from the team that lost here last week against Heybridge Swifts. That took them out of the FA Trophy. And the other week at Ware we had Potters Bar's Norwegian fan club. Well, today we're in Scandinavia again, because Staines have got their Swedish fan club sitting just behind us here in the stand. As the ball lands inside the centre circle, Isaac Pedro looks for loose Geimer, but Daradada is beaten to it. Geimer, industrious little player, manages to get it back to Yildiz. Yildiz looking for some movement, and on the end he finds Ben Hurd in a bit of space. He's got Prince William further down the touchline. Ben turns inside him. And Hertford coming forward with a bit of purpose here. Kit Brown has it right inside of the box. Finds Roos. Roos is ball to the near post, left by Geimer and turned in to the back of the net by Sam Ioniran. And Hertford are right back into the game. And it's got to be said, what a good move that was. Roos's ball, it was a super dummy on the near post by Luke Geimer. And it was bought by the Sainstown defence. And Sam Ioniran scores his first goal in a Hertford shirt. 5 minutes into the second half. They've given it to Luke Geimer here, but I can assure you that Luke Geimer doesn't wear the number 9 and didn't put the ball in the back of the net. But there we go. It was Geimer's dummy from Roos's cross that set it all up. But Hertford right back in it. And they'll be ruining that penalty miss at the moment, because if that had gone in, they could have been level here. But plenty of time to get back in contact for Hertford. Got to say, they've started the second half much the brighter team and thoroughly deserved it at the moment, as Luke Geimer picks the ball up deep inside his own half, loses it. The Yieldits will put it up towards the halfway line. Roos on this near side. Kit Brown played his part in that goal as well, setting Roos going down the right wing. They're trying to find him again, and here is Roos, who's going to try and keep it in. In the end, though, he lets it run out for a corner. And the Hertford pressing, whatever Ben Hurd said at half-time, has had the desired effect on the Blues at the moment. Look much the better team. So he's going to be Silvio Roos, who will take the corner from this near side of the field. Arriving late again, this time Staines managed to sort it out, and we'll get it clear with Coker, but he's given the ball away. Roos will get it back. Decent cross into the box, but again a good defensive header, this time from Reece Paul. Allows Staines to get the ball away, and on this near side try and search out Al Hassani. Ben Hurd's there first though. Luke Geimer. Geimer drifts past one man, still going, the little number 10, until he's pushed to the ground with Isaac Thompson. So Hertford will have the free kick, which Isaac Pedro not happy at all with what was going on there. He was looking to take it quickly, but Yieldits and he were not on the same wavelength there. It's going to be the player manager who's going to take it, Ben Hurd. Hertford with Kahina Benny finds Ben Hurd again. Hurd finds Roos. Hurd on this right-hand side. Isaac Pedro made grounds towards the 18-yard box. Luke Geimer does well, turns well. He was held back there, tries to fire the shot in, and Dixon just about prevents it from going out for a corner. I think there was a decent shout for a free kick there. The referee didn't give it, though. Ball played down the line on that far side of the field, and it's going to be a free kick to Stainstown. Just looking at their lineup on the far side. They've got a player on the far side with 20 on his back, which they are about to make a substitution now. The substitution will see Zayed Al Hassani going off to be replaced by Calvin Barretto, who will come on. So he's taking the centre forward off. I think it's just a change of shirt on the far side, because certainly still looks like Malachi Coker to me. Al Husseini goes off, and Calvin Barretto goes straight up front. So not too much change in the mix of things. Centre forward for a centre forward. As just delaying taking the free kick. Izzy Richard on that far side of the field. Sun comes out again as Thompson looks for it. Kit Brown does well to get there first. Roos will keep it in for Hertford and does well to get past his man. Centre ball, but it will break to Prince William on that far side. He's going to have a run. And usually when he has a run, it's difficult to keep up with him, but on the far side, the defender, Izzy Richard, did well. Prince William still with the ball, pulls it back inside the area. Geimer can't get onto it, but it's shoved behind for another corner by Stephen Wright. Ben Hurd will be, I would think, happy with the way his side have started here in this second half. He wins after the throw on that far side, having collected the short corner from Luke Geimer. Hurd will take the throw in. and manages to find Kian Gabeni. Kian Gabeni goes for the run on that far side. Hurd finds Geimer inside the box. Kian Gabeni's control lets him down, and it's Hertford backing possession, but Isaac Pedro is robbed of the ball, and Beretta is on his bike against Yildiz. Yildiz brings him down. He wasn't the last defender, but he's going to get a yellow card. Sukru Yildiz stuck out the leg. Silvio Roos was in attendance, so it would be extremely harsh if the referee produces anything but a yellow card here. But the referee is pulling the Hertford man towards him. And let's see the colour. Usually when the referee takes the book out and takes a little bit of time, it only results in a yellow card. And I think that's going to be the result here. So Yildiz will join his manager, Ben Hurd, on a booking. Yellow card is shown by the referee, and Stainstown will have a free kick on that far side of the field. They're still not too ambitious. They've kept 3 defenders back, couple on the edge of the area. Hertford have got 3 strikers forward, which is very ambitious. But kick's going to come in on that far side of the field from Joey Taylor, the left fullback. Taylor's going to swing it in. He does. No one's coming for it. Beretta on the far post, but ball goes harmlessly enough behind Nick Hayes' goal for a goal kick. Action elsewhere, by the way, at a half-time where we're 2-1 up at Bedfont. 2 early goals. Joshua Williams is first for the club, and Oluwakin Sanya with his 15th of the season. Daventry 2, Welling Garden City 1, Jay Rolfe with a goal for the Citizens, and elsewhere no goals between West Essex and Margaretsbury, and Hadley and Hoddesdon. Here's Luke Geimer inside the area, flicks it towards goal when surely we've been better off putting a bit of bow behind it, and Staines could have been in trouble. But Geimer wastes the opportunity. Certainly seen a lot of him at the beginning of this second half. Struggled to impose himself on the game in the first, but finding some decent space, as are Hertford. Certainly looked a much better proposition after the break here. And coming forward again on that far side of the field. The tackle comes in, and it's a good one from Aaron Ebay. And it's going to be a Hertford substitution now. Both managers making changes. So we've got... Well, actually, we've got a 20 going up the 15, so there's going to be a Staines change. And I think it's Malachi Coker that comes off.
Malachi Coker,
despite the fact he's got 20 on his back. And he's being replaced by Joe Flavian Howard. So Joe Flavian Howard comes on. And Hertford about to make... Well, they've just corrected, by the way, Sam Yeniran's goal here for Hertford Town. It's going to be Prince William who's going to go off for Hertford, and it doesn't look too good about it. He's limped off as well, which is a bit of a blow. Top scorer going off, hadn't really got into the game in the second half. So Prince William goes off, and Ben Hurd forced to make the change. Those of you listening, by the way, Ben Hurd will be in the 90-minute studio tomorrow night. Delighted to say he'll be joining us on 90 minutes. It's Ben Wayman who's come on, wearing 16. Another one of these talented junior players that Ben has got in his squad. Here is Ben Hurd, who just cannons the ball off of Richards. Wayman again got a chance to put it across the box. Delays the chance, though, that Isaac Pedro has it on this near side. Finds Silvio Roos again. Roos's ball inside. It's not a bad one. Keeper comes out and just about gets a touch to it. And it breaks for Izzy Richard on that far side. Beretta having a run against Atkinson, but flag was up. And certainly Staines, despite the fact they lead this game 2-1, almost playing like the away team here. Hertford have had the majority of the possession, and Staines playing this one on the break for the great part of it. It's a testament to how well Hertford Town have started the second half here. Ben Hurd will take the free kick from just shy of the halfway line. Gets it back from Oyoren. Oyoren making the run on that left-hand side. Tries to find Ben Hurd again, midway inside the Staines half, to the edge of the area. Gets it back from Luke Geimer. Lifts it in. Geimer inside the penalty area, but Reece Paul gets there first. Anywhere will do at the moment for the Swans. And Paul thumps it away into the low stand on the far side. Staines, it's their 5th home game of the season. Haven't won one yet. Drawn 2, lost 2. And he scored 3 goals in the process before this afternoon, so they've almost doubled that here. But at the moment, our lead is somewhat precarious. Looked fairly comfortable when Hertford missed that penalty in the first half, but anything but in the second half here. Hertford have been the better team, but they still trail 2-1. Got themselves a free kick here. Percy Kiangabeni is waiting to take it. Kiangabeni will bring in Luke Geimer. Geimer's control is poor though. The ball will run out on this near side. Ben Wyman's arrival has led to Kit Brown going over the left-hand side, and Wyman on this near side. So a little bit of a change in the setup to Ben Hurd's team. Staines got a throw in on this near side. Joey Taylor, the number 3, will take it for Calvin Beretta. Wayman does a good job of robbing him. Challenge goes in, and Wayman breaking through from halfway. Here is the substitute. Wayman doing well. Wayman goes around one man, can't get around the second, but Luke Geimer helps him out. Isaac Pedro will find Ben Hurd on that far side. Hurd looking for Kit Brown. Brown battling away and manages to get the ball back to Ben Hurd. Ben Hurd, a little chip forward, but nobody was buying that one, and in the end it goes out for a throw-in to our home side. So it's going to be a throw-in on that far side of the field. Hertford going to be in possession again here. Had a lot of possession in midfield. Percy Kiangabeni finds Roos, who finds Wayman, who's looked lively since he's come on. But on this near side of the field now, the ball breaks into the Hertford half, and Yildiz will put it all the way back to Nick Hayes, the goalkeeper, who's in loan from Norwich City, of course. Atkinson, a former Mildenhall Town player, brings it forward. Ryron on the halfway line finds Ben Hurd, but Ben's beaten to it on that far side by the substitute, Joel Flavian Howard. And just waiting a little moment here while Ben Hurd does his boot up on the far side. Can tell you about the scores we know so far. Still Bedfont 1, Ware 2. Joshua Williams and Oluwakin Sanya for Ware. Daventry 2, Wellington City 1. Jay Rolfe with a goal for the Citizens, and nothing doing between West Essex and St Margaret's-Bury and Hadley and Hoddesdon. So Hoddesdon, of course, had that second half deluge against them last week, didn't they? But doing well at the moment. Not an easy place to go. Is Hadley to take on the Bricks. Game restarts as Hertford in possession on that far side of the field. Ian Irene, as the ball goes out, Kit Brown's offside and lays it back to Ben Hurd, but linesman's flag went up very quickly on this near side to call for the offside. So free kick to be taken on that right-hand side of the box. And I can tell you Alfie Bartram has just scored a penalty for Hadley, so they lead Hoddesdon Town 1-0 in the Essex Senior League. Both teams had poor results last week, of course, while Hoddesdon were going down 6-2 at home to Hashtag United. Hadley were being dumped out of the FA Vars by Spartan League Division 1 side MK Robbins, so both looking to bounce back from those bad results, but it's Hadley who've taken the lead at the moment there. It's going to be a throw-in to Staines Town here on that far side. Izzy Richard, the right back, will take it. Met in the air by Isaac Pedro, and Hertford in possession on a wire-in on the halfway line. He's robbed of the ball though, and Staines will come back in the opposite direction with Isaac Thompson on this near side. Thompson plays it in for Dada. Dada just going away from goal. Yildiz did well to shepherd him there. On the far post is the substitute, Flavin Howard, but he won't want to see that one again. Never really showed any conviction. And in the end, it just bounced off the top of his boot and went harmlessly over Nick Hayes' crossbar. Hugo Atkinson collects it from the goalkeeper. Pedro finds Ben Hurd still inside his own half on the far side. Isaac Pedro has it again for Yildiz. Yildiz got a little bit of time on the ball, but in the end he finds Roos. Roos drifts around one player. He's going infield as the right back. It's pulled down in the end by the number 8 Ashley Lodge, and Hertford will have themselves a free kick midway inside the Staines-Town half. But about 26 minutes of the second half here at Wheatsheaf Park. Staines lead this one by 2-1. 2 first half goals. Hertford did though miss a penalty in the first half of this one. It's going to be a free kick to them here. Ben Hurd shielding himself from the sun. He's going to take it with the right boot. Chips it towards the box. Keeper comes out and collects it fairly comfortably. Does Lewis Dixon. Made the shout, and Hertford's big central defenders have to make their way back to do some defending as the goalkeeper takes his time with his clearance. Long one downfield off of Atkinson's head. Nick Hayes will have to go to keep it in, and does. And Hayes will collect it. Goalkeeper bowls it out on the far side. Ben Hurd making progress down the left. Crossed the halfway line. He's got Kit Brown in front of him. Brown making strides, heading towards the penalty area, and an outstretched leg of Reece Poole puts it out for a throw-in to Hertford on that far side, which Ben Hurd will take. Hurd has got Wayman running towards him, couldn't find him, and the ball will bounce back to Isaac Pedro. Pedro going forward inside the area is Pedro, inside the left hand side of the area, and chips it across, but nobody can get on the end of it. Well, opportunity begging. Someone would have been on the far post there, an absolute tap in, but good progress by Isaac Pedro inside the box, but nobody alert to it. Another chance goes begging, and Hertford have had their chances in their second half. Nick Hayes has been a virtual spectator since half time. Hertford have had all the ball, and at the moment they've only got one goal to show for it. Long clearance to Ben Hurd. Hurd's ball is a poor one though, and Staines will come back in the opposite direction, but Ben Hurd will sort that out, give them a throw in as he nips it off the toes of Izzy Richard, the right back. Richard taking the throw in front of the Staines dugout on that far side to substitute Calvin Beretta, and really got into the game since he's come on, and didn't get into the game particularly well there. Hertford have a throw in. Yildiz will take it. Yildiz chips it down. Wayman, who's impressed me since he's come on, young Ben Wayman, for Roos, and Roos's ball all the way back for Nick Hayes, who at the hurry up clears it towards the halfway line. Richards is struggling to control it under pressure from Kit Brown. He does do so though, but challenge comes in on the far side on the substitute Flavian Howard, and Staines have themselves a throw in, a little bit of chance to get some possession because the home side have had precious little of it since half time, but they're going forward here. But a good challenge in the end manages to delay the progress of Ashley Lodge, who looked like he might go the whole way, but in the end, as Isaac Pedro's brought down, thumping challenge has come in from the 15, Joel Flavian Howard. And I'd be very surprised if that isn't the home side's first yellow card of the afternoon. Pedro's gone down and is going to need a little bit of attention. There's another Hertford sub warming up and likely to be coming on, but it's referee is calling the substitute towards him. Substitute did what they all do when they make challenges like that, tried to hide himself behind players and go as far away from the ref as possible. But the referee spotted him and is about to produce a yellow card Hertford have got another sub warming up on that far side of the field. So another change is going to be made by Ben Hurd, but it's a little bit concerned about Isaac Pedro now. Ware have scored a third. Oluwasegun Sanya is 16th of the season. Hopefully that should wrap up the points at Bedfont Sports. So good day, and a good day also for young Ethan Gannon, of course, making his league debut. So Callum Kitchker has had that troublesome knee, which kept him out of selection this afternoon. So Paul Halsey showing great amount of confidence in the young man, and why not? So congratulations to Ethan, and hold on there, that'll be a good victory and put him in good stead for more cup football. Of course, we'll be at Watson Park on Tuesday night when they take on Cambridge City in the Velocity Trophy, and next Saturday they'll be not too far away from here, around the M25 again we'll go, as we'll be playing FA Trophy football against Leatherhead. It's all kicking off a little bit, of handbags going on, and it's really because player wouldn't release the ball, and Hertford were just getting a little bit annoyed that Staines were holding on to the ball. The referee was looking the other way at the time, and suddenly now we've got one of these situations where we've got accusing, pointing going everywhere. Isaac Pedro is not going to form any other part in the game, which is a real pity because he's just limped off. It doesn't look like he's going to come back on. Hertford got a substitute ready on that far side, although Pedro going down the touchline, not certain he's entirely come off. Referee is still having a word here and trying to sort things out. A little batch of handbags. It was Joey Taylor, the left back, who was the one responsible for most of it. But Pedro's trying to run that injury off from the far side. So at the moment, Hertford are down to 10. And finally, we're going to restart with a free kick just inside the Sainstown half, which Ben Hurd will take. Free kick all the way through to the goalkeeper again. Big shout from Dixon. Isaac Pedro, I'm glad to say, is back on. Well, it doesn't seem to be running all that freely at the moment, as they can even run that off. Hertford have delayed the substitution, and Staines have given the ball away. Pedro goes in again, gets another knock, but Luke Geimer will pick it up. Hertford coming forward with a bit of purpose here. Wayman got the ball on this near side. It's a foul by Daradada, and referee's going to pull that back to produce a yellow card again for the former Hertford Town man. So, scrappy part of play. To be fair, I think he could have let it go because Ben Wayman was in decent position on this right-hand side. Referee decided he wanted to stop it and show the yellow card, though. So, Hertford have got themselves a free kick. Isaac Pedro still looks to be struggling to me, but no substitution imminent. And Ben Hurd has this free kick, central position, midway inside the Staines half. Atkinson and Yielditz have both come up from the back to add some aerial presence up there for Hertford. Wayman's right on this right-hand side. Nobody marking him at the moment, but it's chipped inside the box, bounced on the edge of the box to Luke Geimer, who fires it in with a left shot. It's blocked. Wayman manages to win it back. It's bouncing about like a pinball. And finally it's cleared, but Silvio Roos will collect it, put the pass back to Hayes, which is none too sure, but Nick Hayes manages to get it clear. Could have been panic stations for a minute. Atkinson heads it on, ball up in the air inside the Staines half, and another foul committed. This time it's Kian Gabeni who goes down. Hertford have themselves another free kick. I'd certainly love to see the possession stats on this second half, because for me they'd read something like 75-25 as far as Hertford Town are concerned. Only problem is they're the team that trail here by 2-1. Ben Hurd trying to do something about that with the free kick, some 10 yards inside the Stainstown half. Ben will take it with his right boot. Plenty of movement inside that box. Header comes in from Yildiz, and in the end it rather glanced off the top of his head than any real power put behind it. And Staines Town, a huge sigh of relief. But substitution about to be made now for Hertford. I think Isaac Pedro is going to continue, so change going to be made. It's Kit Brown who's gone off, wearing the number 11 shirt, and coming on is Dane Batt. So Dane Batt will come on. Just see how that changes the mix. I think Guyman's going to go over to the left. Dane Batt's going to play in the number 10 role, and Ben Wayman is going to be on this right-hand side. So certainly I think they'll signal the ball to feet, because they've got three technically good but not imposing guys playing on this in the number 10 hole, and on the left and on the right as long ball searches out Ben Wayman on this near side, but he's not going to get that, and the ball is going to go out for a throw-in to Staines Town. 36 minutes of the second half gone here. We're into the last 10, and the Hertford still trying to get themselves back into the game. Throw in to Staines on this near side of the field. Comes off Roos's head. Isaac Pedro gets hold of it, but Barreto, the substitute, robs him, and there's possibilities here for the home side, who are streaming forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow shirts forward for the substitute Flavian Howard on that far side, and he cannons the ball off Dane Batt, goes behind for a corner to Staines Town. Scores last time we heard with our other teams, by the way. Bedfont 1, Ware 3. Tivrak and Sanya 1 from Joshua Williams. And as far as Wellington City are concerned, still 2-1 down at Daventry. Goal for Jay Rolfe there. Hoddesdon Trail Hadley 1-0. Alfie Bartram penalty, and St Margaretsbury 0-0 at West Essex, which it's not a bad scoreline. West Essex have won 5 on the trot before that, third in the table. St Mag's picking up a little bit of form. Corner comes in, and away says the goalkeeper, and that's where it goes. Atkinson, I think it was, who got under it, and the ball goes behind for another corner to Staines Town on this near side. Daradada, not hurrying, but they don't have to. The lead here 2-1 in this game at the bottom of the Isthmian League Division 1 Central. They'll all be looking for the result of Ashford Town after this one, because Hertford could go bottom if Ashford Town have won. And Ashford Town are the visitors to the Agergars Stadium, as the header comes in on the far post from Barreto. That goes wide of the target. Ashford Town, Middlesex, the next visitors to the Agergars Stadium in the league. That's next Saturday. We'll have news of that one, but our live commentary will come from Leatherhead in the FA Trophy, where will be the visitors. Atkinson coming forward across the halfway line, chips it further forward. Wayman was offside, and the flag goes up on this near side of the field. And in fact, Ashford are 3-2 down. Thank you for that, Simon, which means they will stay at the foot of the table, and from being a 6-pointer it could turn into a 12-pointer next week. Bottom 3 are all down because Northwood are in terrible form at the moment, dropping into that bottom 3 as well. But if Hertford could get an equaliser here, that will be considered a very good result from where they've started from. And with Ashford Town at home next week, it's a pivotal week, I think, for Ben Hurd and his team. They are in Velocity Trophy action on Tuesday night when they go to Harlow, but I think they will certainly be concentrating more on the league than that, as Yildiz finds Ben Wayman on this near side. Wayman's robbed of the ball, but Dane Batt finds him again. Wayman's ball looked to set Roos going down this right-hand side, but in the end, unluckily, it bounced off of Dane Batt, the substitute.
For Hertford Town on 76 minutes.
Yildiz will take the throw-in on this
11, Kit Brown.
Near side of the field. Silvio Roos, the right back, is the man that will take it. Instrumental in Hertford's goal. and made some good progress down this right wing in the second half. Lodge turns it inside. Barretto, though, will lose out to Hugo Atkinson. Atkinson's long ball on the far side, trying to find Wayman. Dane back, can't stop Daradada's progress. Barretto with the rather extravagant back heel, and in the end it's belted out of play by Yildiz for a throw-in to the home side. Time's running out here at Wheatsheaf Park for Hertford to get anything out of this game. They trail here by 2-1. Both of Staines' goals in the opening 45 minutes. Ashley Lodge giving them the lead after 5, and then Aaron Ebay after 34, which really has got to go down as an assist, unfortunately, to Nick Hayes, the Hertford goalkeeper. Got his punch all wrong, and Ebay was left with an easy task to lob it over the big goalkeeper and into the back of the net. Hayes takes the kick, finds Ben Hurd, far side of the field, looking for Bat, but wasn't the best ball. But in the end, Hertford helped out by the fact that Stephen Wright handled it. And so we've got Hertford Rugby Club have lost 27-12 at home to Sevenoaks, which is a real disappointment for them, having gone so close last week at Civil Service Stags, losing 8-7, been beaten. And of course, if we can find out, we'll find out how Hertford's ladies ones have got on in hockey as well, because we're following that 100% record as Hertford Town get the ball back in central midfield here, and they've got a real opportunity, weaving his way into the box, but in the end it was Ian Iran who lost his footing. If his first touch would have been better, Staines would have been in trouble there. He got the one goal, did Sam Ian Iran. On that occasion couldn't weave his way through the back four. Thompson can't control it, gets it back from Lodge though. Staines just getting a bit more of the ball as is Wayman, but the ball bounces off of Stephen Wright, and will go out for a throw in at Hertford. On the hurry up, Roos now gets it back from Yildiz. Roos for Isaac Pedro. Pedro's under challenge here from Daradada. He's lost the ball. Right hand side, real trouble for Hertford. Good save, Nick Hayes. First one he's had to make all half from Flavian Howard. And the big goalkeeper did his job with his legs. Flavian Howard again puts it inside, and Hayes will collect it very comfortably indeed. Well, Staines will think that should have been game over. Can Hertford make them pay for it as they come forward here on this near side of the field? Roos goes in. There's a good challenge coming in from Thompson. Pedro goes in on Barretto, and Staines will get themselves a free kick. We're into the last 5 minutes at Wheatsheaf Park. Isaac Pedro, who's been in the wars in this second half, the last one to get up. It's going to be another substitution for the home team. They're going to take off Daradada and bring on Emmanuel Osei Asamoah on that far side of the field. Isaac Pedro is back up and limping away from that challenge. Staines have got themselves a free kick. Joey Taylor, on the left-hand side here, is going to take the free kick. And Daradada is being substituted, getting a round of applause from the home side. I must admit, he definitely wins the award for the slowest walk to the sideline that I've seen this season. But Emmanuel Azoma is the one who comes on. And former Hertford Town man gets a pat on the back from his manager on the far side. Taylor's going to restart with the free kick. Drifted to the far side. Yildiz should get it clear for Hertford. Ben Hurd follows it towards the halfway line. But Staines, who've looked to have weathered that storm that Hertford put them through in the early part of this half. Isaac Pedro missed one of Hertford's second half opportunities. Pedro again pushes it forward for Dane Bat. Pedro will get it back. Far side finds Ben Hurd inside for Guymer. Guymer's little cushion header is read by Reese Poole, and Reese Poole is fouled by Iron. And it's Isaac Pedro who's gone down again over on that far side of the field, but does manage to limp his way to his feet. Hertford have already lost Prince William, by the way, who limped off fairly early on in this second half. I don't think Isaac Pedro is going to be able to continue here. As the board goes up, Pedro will go off, and George Ayui is the man who will replace
for
Isaac
Town
Pedro.
85 minutes. So leaving the field,
George
is
Ayui,
number 4, Isaac Pedro.
Potters Bar Town man, amongst
number 12, George Ayui.
Other clubs will come on for the final couple of minutes
just a reminder
of this one.
50 number. If
Waiting for substitute to come on.
Please claim your £36
Substitute
prize
actually seems to have taken the captain's
club shop
armband
after the final
from
whistle. That's number
Isaac Pedro.
2935.
Reese Poole waits patiently to take the free kick from just inside his own half. It's got to be said, apart from the shower and the garbolt when we arrived, it's been a beautiful afternoon here at Wheatsheaf Park with the sun shining through most of it. But at the moment it's the sun shining on the yellow shirts of Staines, because they lead here by 2-1, and the Hertford are running out of time to get back into what many thought was an early season 6-pointer. Long way to go. Both managers will tell you there's a long way to go, of course, but was a vital game, as Hertford have got next week as well at home to Ashford Town Middlesex at the bottom of the table. Far side of the field, Izzy Richard, the fullback, under challenge from Guymer, pulls the ball back, and just a little bit of a chip forward by Atamup, the substitute, and Staines have themselves a throw in on that far side of the field. No arrival of the board yet to tell us how long will be added on at the end of the game. My calculation is probably 2 or 3, but could be a little longer than that. I've had some injuries and a little bit of handbags for the referee to sort out as well. As Hertford struggling to get out of their own half at the moment. Should do so now as Silvio Roos gets it on this right-hand side. Chips it down the line for Ben Wayman. But Joey Taylor's in very quickly indeed. And the ball bounces out towards the mobile phone mast on the left-hand side. Staines Town, of course, played National League South football here just a few seasons ago when it was Conference South. Last season they were in the Premier of the Southern League, but had a really horrendous season with a very young side and were relegated very early and finding their way back in the Isthmian League. Long ball, Paul's misjudged the header, and his central defensive partner Aaron Ebay got him out of trouble there. Heads it behind for a corner. Chance for Hertford then in the dying minutes here at Wheatsheaf Park. The referee's just signalled how long is going to be added on. They took the corner short, and Guymer wastes it by giving it away to the substitute Flavian Howard. That one really needed to go in the box. It wasn't something. I think 5 is being bandied about on the far side. I think I heard the word 5. So we're in the last minute here, and I can see on that board it does look like 5, or may even be 6 actually, but we'll see when the bench put it up on that far side. Still hope then for Hertford as they trail here by 2-1. After having those 2 good results, the 0-0 at home to Southpart, and the excellent win at Soham Town in midweek in the Velocity Trophy. But at the moment, they're on the wrong end of the scoreline here. Board's still not gone up, as Nick Hayes will collect the ball from the edge of his area. And the big goalkeeper waving everybody forward. Puts it down and thumps it with the right boot. Reese Poole's going to go up. Not challenged, wins the header, headed back in by Ayui. Ayui to his right, looks for Dame Bat. Ben Hurd takes it on, finds Guymer. Guymer back for Dame Bat. Bat will find George Ayui. Ayui on this near side, after putting passes together, well they were, until Stephen Wright got his boot in, and in the end Atkinson has to give the throw in on that far side of the field. Fourth official's looking at his watch and giving the sign. It's actually 6 minutes that's going to be added on. So what do I know? A little bit of a surprise.
Of 6 added minutes.
6 minutes added on. It's going to be a late night here because we started fairly late, having had 5 minutes added on at the end of the first half. And 2-2, Welwyn Garden City. So right at the death, and Carl Mensah has equalised for Nicky Ironton's team. Be interesting to see what Nicky says about that one on Twitter tomorrow. But 2-2 at Daventry. So Welwyn Garden City, who got themselves in a playoff place, of course, with that super 7-1 victory. As Hertford, a bit of indecision here. And Barretto was trying to come between Yildiz and Nick Hayes, but in the end, defender and goalkeeper got it right. So Daventry 2, Welwyn Garden City 2. Rolfe and Mensah, the scorers for the Citizens. We're 3-1 up at Bedfont. As Hertford going through, Luke Geimer's still got a ball and he's put it in the net. Luke Geimer equalises in injury time. The goalkeeper dips and lost the ball. And Luke Geimer has scored his 4th goal of the season. And what a vital 4th goal that could be for young Luke Geimer. It was worked into the right-hand side of the net. The goalkeeper lost it. And Luke Geimer took it away from him at the second attempt and coolly rolled it into the back of the net. We're in injury time here at Wheatsheaf Park, and Hertford have deserved that. It's Stainstown 2, Hertford 2. So can they go one better and even get a winner? Vital goal that could be at the bottom, and a vital goal for the confidence as well, you would suspect, because Tails were down at the end of the first half when they missed that penalty, but Tails up at the end of the second half here, thanks to Luke Geimer's 4th goal of the season. A Huey now. Perhaps Hertford can go one better. Certainly look the most likely. I feel that Staines are a bit rocky here. And Staines have got to defend. Shot comes in. It's gone in. Oh, my word. Hertford have turned it round. Percy Kiangabeni in the 93rd minute. Nick Hayes has come up to celebrate with the team. And what a comeback this has been by Hertford Town. Wow. Luke Geimer made it 2-2. And Percy Kiangabeni, with his first goal in a Hertford shirt, has put them 3-2 up here. And what a comeback by the boys in blue. It's Stainstown 2, Hertford Town 3. Wow, they're all up off the bench. And Staines have been absolutely rocked. They were thinking they were going to go in and it was going to be a 2-1 victory. And suddenly those 2 goals inside a minute from Luke Geimer and Percy Kiangabeni have absolutely changed the face of the match here at Wheatsheaf Park. And what a vital win this could be for Hertford Town. Just got to keep it tight now, boys. As ball cleared by Dane Batt. Staines in a hurry up. They've been shocked and rocked by what's happened there. Hadn't won at home this season. And we hope they still won't by the end of this one. But they're coming forward. And in the end, the ball rolls out. And Hertford will have a throw in. And this time it's their turn to take their time. And Ben Hurd will go across and stroll across and collect the ball. And boy, am I looking forward to tomorrow's 90 Minutes Live. East Hearts Radio, 9 o'clock. Ben will be in the studio with us. And I'm sure he'll have a big smile on his face if Hertford can keep hold of this. Long kick forward. Ben Wayman is the only one forward, but Hertford will get it back on that far side. Wayman does well. He really has impressed that young man since he's come on. On this near side, ball goes out. Full-time Bedfont Sports 1, Ware 3. We like that one. And full-time at West Essex as well. Good point for St Margaret's Bree. Sure Tony and Ray will be fairly happy with that. They've drawn 0-0 in form West Essex. Done well to keep a clean sheet there and continued their good form. Still some defending to be done here for Hertford. They lead here by 3-2. having trailed 2-0 at half-time. And for the second week running, we have seen a team make a stunning second-half comeback. Finished Hadley 1, Hoddesdon 0. Alfie Bartram's penalty for the Bricks. So, poor week for Simon Riddle and his team. Saffron Walden Town are at Layfield this time next week, so that's going to be another big game for them. Roosters given the ball away here, but it's threaded through on this near side and far too far for Thompson. And Nick Hayes will take his time, I'm sure, and take the goal kick from the goal away to our left-hand side. Well, what an away day for Hertford. 2 wins on the trot for the first time this season. 3 games without defeat for the first time this season, if they can hold on to this. And it's got to be said, on the balance of the second half, they've thoroughly deserved it. They've been the more direct team in the second half. They've had the possession and they've made Staines pay for it as Nick Hayes clears from the goal away to our left-hand side, high into the sky. Waymond goes up. He was never going to win that in the air, but Dane Batt does well. Right, turns it on this near side, giving it away though. And you can hear the home ground beginning to get on their team's back as Hertford will take the throw in on this near side of the field. Silvio Roos will take it. He started the comeback, providing the cross on which the first goal came. Wayman was held back there, surely. And Taylor gives the free kick away. Hertford got a free kick. I don't think they're going to be too adventurous. As first thing Ben Hurd did when referee pointed for the free kick was point everybody to go back behind the ball. So they've got a free kick here, right-hand side. And Ben's going to aim for the corner flag, you got the feeling. And certainly don't blame it. They've kept all the defenders back. And that's going to be it. Big roar from the Hertford Town fans behind the goal. And why not? Because they've won here. First away win of the season in the league. Second win on the trot. And Hertford have done themselves no end of good at the bottom end of the Isthmian League Division 1 Central table. And they've done it with a super performance here. They're up in the 15th in the table. Thanks to that, it's finished here. Staines Town 2, Hertford 3. The 3 Hertford goals coming all in the second half. A first for Sam Iron, and then 2 in time added on. Luke Geimer with the first one, and it was Percy Kiangabeni. His first goal for Hertford turned into the winner here at Wheatsheaf Park. The sun shining, this time is shining on the Hertford. It's finished Staines Town 2, Hertford Town 3.